Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today, we're going to be talking once more about Vinco Ventures. Now, this ticker goes as BBIG. In today's video, we're going to go with a bit more due diligence, technical analysis, and what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So Vinco Ventures, BBIG, we did talk about this one extensively. My last video is in the description below. But if you haven't heard about this company here, basically they buy other companies through acquisitions and then they grow them into some different strategies that they do apply. One of their biggest ones right now that a lot of people are talking about is the NFT service or marketplace that launched Tory Lanez NFT album. Now, this one here launched around 1 million copies at $1 per. Currently, the lowest bound is around $1.95 per album itself, or per copy of the album. Now, Vinco Ventures also released a new update today relating towards their annual meeting. Now, this one here, again, they describe themselves as a leader in selective acquisition, leveraging new market opportunities by utilizing the BIG strategy. So it's buy, innovate, and grow. And they announced their 2021 annual proxy details. Now, it's not on here, but you're able to go ahead towards the SEC filing part, and you're going to see that it is on October 14th, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at this given location. Now, in other news as well, they did give a quick presentation relating towards this proxy. So first off is the capitalization table as of September 3rd, 2021. So ZVV Media Partner is owned 50% by Vinco Ventures and 50% by Zash. In July 2021, 80% of Lomotive Private Limited was acquired by ZVV Media Partners. Currently, they have around 80.6 million shares and only around 8.8 million shares to be issued. The current cash position they have is $127 million, while their debt for Lomo acquisition is around $120 million. And they added a note here relating towards $5.5 million for Lomotive management, $800,000 for PPE Brickwell, and $2.5 million in relations for immersive transactions. So the pro forma capitalization based on the affirmative proxy gives you around 89.4 million shares outstanding, around 9 million shares for new employee plan. So this is cash warrant exercise, and that assumes all available warrants exercised for cash. And then you would have an additional no conversion of around 30 million. The new shares outstanding would be around 128.5 million shares. And warrants are sitting around 119 million, and fully diluted would be around 247 million. So the cash currently is around 127 million. Now, the cash generated from warrants, if all these things are exercised, would be around $492 million. So $492 million, that's quite of a massive position in terms of cash, and it would result as well in zero debt. So cashless warrants exercises, and this is assuming a share price based on the 3rd of September, which is lower than the time it is right now. The total number of cash would be only around 214 million instead of the $492 million. Now, note that this one here is the pro forma capitalization table, with cashless warrants exercise assumes the $9 strike per price or strike price warrants to be exercised in cash. So this is quite massive on its own. As you get to see, the current market cap is around 634. And if it does go ahead with these exercises, the position itself for the entire company would be somewhat in almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. It would be lucrative. Now, in terms of Lomotive highlights, so Lomotive has over 31 million on-platform monthly users, active MAUs. Zash and Lomotive chosen by Variety magazine as the top innovators in the media and entertainment industry. Before moving on forward, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and leave notifications on. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video, and you can join our Discord totally free in the description below. Now, all these options should be in the description below if you're on mobile. Now, on to other things here. Lomotive highlights. So Lemotive sets to enter India, and Lemotive partners with Teddy Riley and TikTok's 7 best alternative. One of them is the Lemotive platform. Now, Facebook plus Lemotive, there was a developer kind of conversation there, and Snapchat plus Lemotive as well. So this is the 5 up and coming apps for Gen Zs to challenge TikToks. That was as well basically talked about there. So that's all, or majority of these are third parties talking about Lemotive. Now, the incoming team. You got Lisa King, which is an incoming CEO of Vinco Ventures and currently the CEO of Zash Global Media, and Steven Guerrero, which is the incoming COO of Vinco Ventures and currently the Business Development Officer of Zash Global, and Paul Yang, which is the CEO of Lemotive Private Company Limited. And you also have a bunch of different people, including chairmen and board members. And if you're able to take a look into Cryptotide, which is a spin-off dividend, so this one here, it's Ride the Tide. Basically, upon the successful dividend spinoff, the newly formed publicly traded company will be operated or will operate under Cryptotide Incorporation and trade under the Tide symbol TYDE. Blockchain disruption. So Cryptotide is a selective acquisition company focusing on leveraging blockchain technologies to disrupt consumer-facing industries. The ENFT.com is designed to decentralize traditional distribution models by empowering the content creator with a unique tokenization platform, also going platinum. ENFT.com initial launch was well received with the first uploaded album selling 1 million copies, making When It's Dark the first album in history to reach platinum on blockchain. Also, key follow-ups: investor deck releases on or about October 4th, 2021, registration statement for Tide on or about October 11th, 2021, and the record date to receive Tide shares will be on or about October 15th, 2021. So right here, this is kind of anticipated date graphics. First, on September 8th, you got the preliminary proxy. The record date for the proxy will be on September 15th. On September 22nd, you got the mailing date for proxy. October 14th is the shareholder meeting, and October 15th is the record date for the TYDE spinoff dividends. So if you want these shares, you got to make sure that you hold at least 2 or 3 days before the October 15th, as the record date is on October 15th, and you want to make sure that goes smoothly. Now, on other sides, insiders haven't done much activity for this one in the last 90 days, but we do get to see the short selling activity. It shows here that there are no short shares available. Again, this is if they're borrowed, that's already a different conversation. And this assumes that all these shares are already borrowed and not returned back. So there's currently 0 of them returned back. The short fee or short borrow fee rate is not available at the current time. And the current short volumes are anywhere between 40 and 60%. Let's move on now towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis standpoint of view, what we get to see here is that the 10 SMA is currently above the 30 MA. It's very bullish on this point. It's above all moving averages. We've kind of gone over that before. The 80X currently is sitting above 35, which indicates an incredibly strong trend. You gotta start worrying when it's above 45, because between 45 and above 50, that's where you start expecting these massive reversals to occur. And on the William percent R, you're able to see that this one is a bit overbought, a little bit between overbought and neutral, but closer to the overbought level, indicating that there are still more buyers interested on this one. Momentum and MACD still show a very strong demand, and not a lack of momentum is found here. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow both are pinpointing upwards, suggesting a strong trend upwards or another leg up for this one. And on the stochastic fast and volumes, it does show there's more volumes in today, mainly due to the news that we've received. And the current Fibonacci retracements shows the current supports are at 1005, 814, 680, 546, and 380. Meanwhile, the resistance is at around 1249. Now, if we were to go ahead with just random price line action supports and resistances, we're able to see that there is a strong resistance coming in very close to around the 1039. That is currently support, but if it does drop it, that would be a resistance. And then above there, 1081. and then going above to 11 or 1021, my bad, and then 1121, 1165, and then 1249. Now, in terms of support, I know I said 1021, that is meant to be 1121, my bad. Other than the one we mentioned around the 1039 or 38 that is currently broken down, you'll be looking at 1004, below there, 980, below there, 939, 898, and then going 871, 841, going down to 779, 759, and then 709, 672, down to 601, and then it does drop quite a bit down below. Coming into the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, this is definitely becoming in a bit more interesting when it's coming in towards that proxy. But really expect a lot of volatility. You would be in trouble below that $10 mark, and then after that, it's below the 927 mark or 930. And comes to the question, do you think it's worth buying the stock right now? Now, if your average is around 10 to 11, I think you might need to consider waiting on. That might be a little bit of a higher risky one. If your average is below $6 or at $6, it might be nice to take a little bit out and let the rest run, or at least your capital. But it is honestly, as we continue day by day, it is really becoming harder. Could we get a massive short squeeze? That is a potential for it, but this company is starting to look more on the fundamental analysis a little bit better on how much they're valued with the amount of cash they're about to run out based on the warrants itself. So this is a definitely interesting play. It's becoming that way, and it might go from a trade to an investment, but let's see what comes in out of the latest news coming in on October and what things come out from now on until that date. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.